beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, only for this world to spiral into madness and be shit on by endless YouTube reviewers.
Sonic, the godfather, the Citizen Kane, the Breaking Bad of video games, if you will.
This person doesn't know what the hell he's doing!
You can't take 2 steps outside your house without someone screaming at the top of their lungs how much they love the Sonic series.
It just fucking launches you off the side of the stage!
Just kidding, everyone freaking hates it, and we all know why at this point. But if the franchise is so popular, what was so great about it, and why does it keep bringing people in? In this video, I'm gonna try to analyze the highs and lows of 2 Sonic games generally considered the best of the 3D era so far: Adventure 2 and Generations. Grass grows, birds fly, sun shines, and Sonic goes fast. But the games aren't really about speed, they're about acceleration. How to gain speed and how to keep that speed as long as possible. SA1 was their first shot at trying this in 3D, and SA2 perfected it. The Sonic and Shadow stages are a good example of this. You have a spin dash that gets you to top speed easily, and there's a very clear and distinguishable path ahead of you, so you always have time to react to obstacles to keep that sweet, sweet velocity.
Popeye's chicken sandwich.
The speed itself complements the level design, or vice versa, I guess. You go fast enough for Sonic to feel like Sonic, but you're slow enough to assess when you need to stop and what to do after the fact. These stages also never stop you. These stages usually never outright kill your momentum unless you make a mistake. Final Rush, for example, aims the camera downwards to show all the paths you can take in their full glory, encouraging you to go for them at your fastest, as long as you don't have shitty depth perception like me.
What's a guy gotta eat to get that big?
It's pure speed incarnate. These stages are filled with personality. City Escape is one of the most iconic levels in gaming, second only to Fall Guys' Whirligig.
Fucking children, dude!
Child molester?!
It has the uplifting, carefree music, mirroring Sonic's optimistic assholishness, which switches to badass rock during his escape from the gun truck. Green Forest is on a time limit, while the level slowly breaks down and fills with military bots. Not to mention the fast-paced music telling you to get the fuck out of there. Radical Highway has Shadow brute forcing his way through an armed militia while grinding on bridge cables. The Sonic and Shadow levels are designed so that it feels great to build momentum, as well as lose it to take on a more intricate section. While the Sonic stages control like this, fuck! The Tails stages control like this. I'm sorry, but I have to be a sheep here. The Tails and Eggman levels suck. Pretty unpopular opinion, I assure you. They're the antithesis of the speed and acceleration I just explained about the Sonic stages. That's okay. The series always experiments with different characters and playstyles. The problem is that they replace that focus with the dumb shooting mechanic. It consists of holding one button, wriggling the stick like the Furby from Barnyard, and hoping the lock-on hits something. Not to mention the horrible high-pitched beep when you hold the button down that probably has taken 3 years off my life for each 4-minute level. And no, you can't change the volume of the sound effects unless you go into the files, but I didn't bother because tinnitus isn't so bad once you get used to it. There isn't much more to say about these levels. There aren't really any interesting gimmicks or anything. It's just simple platforming and struggling to shoot things right in front of you. I guess it was cool to see Gun frantically try harder and harder to lock Eggman out of the facility. With each door he breaks in Iron Gate. He also gets slightly better vertical movement in another stage, but that's about it. The Eggman stages are definitely cooler and more well thought out compared to the Tails ones. Kinda disappointing my little Uwu Snookums baby got the short end of the stick here.
Okay.
The Knuckles and Rouge stages are pretty good. They have a more relaxed feel with Knuckles' chill rap tracks and Rouge's jazz. As for the actual gameplay, Knuckles lost his precious manhoods and you're tasked with finding them. It's basically just aimless wandering unless you've memorized all the locations or you use the hint boxes. Honestly, it's just a nice break from the action, and these levels also have pretty interesting gimmicks. Pumpkin Hill lets you move the train tracks for no reason, Mad Space has Mario Galaxy physics, Aquatic Mine has rats. What animal makes this noise? Did you say Martian? Or perhaps eldritch creature? Well, you're wrong, it's actually a sea turtle. I played Dry Lagoon for like 10 minutes before I found out there's a whole second part of the level if you save this weirdo turtle. Some people may not like the abrupt change to slower paced levels, but I don't really find this kind of gameplay unfitting for Sonic. Like I mentioned before, the series experiments with so many different playstyles and stories that it's become a large part of the franchise's identity. What do we remember about Sonic Adventure 1? I remember Oh No.
Oh no!
I remember Amy's scary-ass Pikmin 2 Water Wraith chase levels. I remember the emotional roller coaster that was Gamma's story. I remember Froggy. It's this kind of stuff that sticks with you and keeps the series quirky and unique, even if it kind of sucks nuts. Anyways, my point is that there's more to like about Sonic than just Sonic, and the Knuckles stages epitomize that. Did you know, contrary to previous research, the echidna does enter REM sleep, but only when the ambient temperature is around 25 degrees Celsius. Kinda crazy, right? For some reason, Sonic Team keeps pushing more and more 2D sections into modern Sonic. Unleashed was the most mild in terms of modern 2D gameplay, but the gradual decline into 2D so far has left us with Forces, where you hold forward until a 2D section comes up and you actually get to play a video game. I don't particularly like these sections in Generations. They're fine at best and annoying at worst. Luckily they're very short in the modern stages and are honestly kind of refreshing to play through. The classic stages aren't nearly as fun. Naturally, we have the spin dash as Sonic's only unique move. Here are the 3 reasons you'd ever want to spin dash in a classic stage. To go up a hill, to go through a loop, if you want to die. These stages rely a little too much on knowledge of the level rather than reactions and improvisation. Yes, the visuals are nice and it does feel good to blaze through a high speed section, but there are barely any safe places to go top speed unless you want to get hit by some bullshit enemy or pit. It doesn't help that Sonic has cataracts and can't see 2 feet in front of him with the zoomed in camera. The more I think about it, the more I feel that they're pretty well designed, but are more of a Mario kinda good than a Sonic kinda good. There's a ton of platforming and only a couple of good speed sections unless you have the levels mastered. It's kinda like a bread sandwich with a few slices of cheese shoved in there. I think Mania encapsulates the Sonic feel a little better. If you think you can spin dash, you probably can in Mania. Mania also clearly contrasts high-speed sections of a stage between platforming sections, something that also kinda adds to the spin dash problem in Generations. But I can't really be too hard on a series I like without entering nostalgia critic territory. I'm a 50-year-old cranky divorced father of 12, but kids eat this shit up, and that's sick.
Yep.
Am I becoming those who I sought to destroy?
No, it's the children who are wrong.
I just like the games to play to their strengths. The strengths they've had 30 years to figure out. I think that would make a truly memorable experience for a kid. At least that's how it was for me. But maybe I'm just spoiled by the next section, so let's be a little more positive. First of all, the remastered music and visuals for stages from the older games are awesome. Shows how there are things to appreciate about even the worst Sonic titles. I think the modern stages are some of the most fun in the series. The boost formula is kinda controversial, and I understand why. A lot of times you're going a little too fast to react to things, so sometimes they'll just put a wall in front of you to stop you immediately to tell you it's platforming time. Unlike the classic levels though, the camera is generous and most everything can be seen. The first time I played Green Hill I died on like the second Ladybug because I suck at Sonic games. After a couple tries, I was kinda schmoovin'. I was actually motivated to get good times on some of these levels because they're so well designed. I especially liked Rooftop Run with the well-placed balloons and drifting sections. Speed Highway was cool too. I liked the redone escape sequence where Sonic runs down the skyscraper. The stages are mostly straight lines to the goal with a few side paths, but Sonic's movement is very tight and structured compared to the freedom of the adventure games. A lot less jank too. Boost, ground pound, and short hop allow you to meticulously craft the fastest thing to do in every situation. In the adventure games, you can spin dash and fall 3/4 into the level. I'm just saying there's a different kind of fun to experience with each incarnation of the little blue boy. Still don't know how the hell the drifting works though. We've gathered that the perfect Powerpuff Girl Chemical X-Ass formula for Sonic involves reactable shit, freedom of movement, and different characters utilized in fun ways. This is just my opinion, but it seems like tons of other Sonic fans have the same idea, judging by some amazing Sonic fan games. Sonic GT is especially sick. The movement is so clean and you never feel constricted by your surroundings. I guess I just made this video to reminisce on the days where it felt like Sonic Team loved the world they created.
Thanks, Big Blue. That's the first time I've ever been stolen.
They cared enough to give every character a bomb-ass theme, even Big, which is in the point of view of Froggy. We do lol when a character interrupts the second funniest line in the game with the first funniest line, but in Adventure 2 we hear genuine motivation and heart from these characters. They're cringy, but in a fun way, because the characters take their situations seriously. Just take one listen to the conversations at the end of SA2 and you'll understand. I wish we could feel that again with the new games.
Did he really mean to destroy us?
I don't know, but what I do know is we all did it together!
Anyways, the Sonic fandom is the most oppressed of all minority groups. They grovel at the whims of their masters, yet their desires are never quenched. In other words, Sega execs don't listen to fans because they're already drowning in cash, which is why we end up with this.
Among Us